Hello everybody, how are you doing today? I have been absent from the shop this weekend. We had a whirlwind of a weekend with the kids. Friday night, my son Landon, well actually let's go back. Thursday night, my daughter Grayson competed in the regional science fair. And then Friday night, my son Landon did an audition for a play called Godspell that's coming up at a local theater. He performs that quite often. Then we drove up to Indianapolis and spent the night with our son. Saturday morning, we took off in two different directions. My wife took my daughter to the Indianapolis State Fairgrounds to shoot in the state archery competition. And I took my son over to West Lafayette to Purdue University to participate in the Math Counts competition, which is it's all the math students. There's 200 math students from all over the state of Indiana competing for the state championship. And then the top 4 students move on to nationals. Unfortunately, my son did not make nationals, but I have to say I'm extremely proud of him because these are some brilliant minds. They do this thing at the end. They do a lot of testing where the parents aren't allowed in there. The kids are taking tests. But at the end, the kids who do the top 16 kids on the test, they go head to head in a competition where they'll put a problem up on the board and then they buzz in if they solve the problem and give the answer. And I'm telling you, you look at these problems and you can figure them out, but these kids are figuring them out in 5 seconds. I mean, it's like the problem goes up and the proctor is reading the question and he's maybe through about 6 words of a 20-word question. Bink, the buzzer's going off and the kid's like 37.325. He's like, that's correct. And you're like, how in the heck? I mean, these kids are brilliant. So to be among the top 200 kids in the state, I think is pretty darn impressive. So I was very proud of him. He did very well. We had a great time. It was some guys' time together, just he and I. Spent some time in the car, just hanging out, talking. Went out to eat. Picked up some XXX root beer. If you're ever in West Lafayette, you know what I'm talking about. There's a XXX cafe up there, and they have root beer that is absolutely out of this world. So had a great time. My daughter did very well. She's still the number one girl at her high school or her middle school on the team. So she's excited about that. She did very well in the competition. She did not place in a medal position, but once again, you're among, I don't know how many hundreds upon hundreds, maybe even 1,000 of the best archers, middle school archers in the United States. So proud of her. Now, Landon, the one who did the audition on Friday night, we got a call back, so we had to rush back home. He is there right now. He got a call back for the audition. What that means is there's at least one other kid who they're not sure whether Landon or he or she is right for the part, and it could be more than one kid. So he's back tonight. He had a 2-hour deal where he had to go back and do some more auditions so they could make a decision on who's right for the part. So pretty excited for him about that. Whirlwind weekend. We just got the rental cars back. I just dropped them off tonight, so they're ready to go tomorrow. I'll take the keys in tomorrow, and I'm exhausted, but I'm out in the shop, and you probably don't care about all that. I just went on and on, but I had to tell somebody, But I'm out here tonight, and I started the other night planing some of these boards. These are the boards. You can see what they look like, and this is what they look like after they're planed. It's absolutely gorgeous. These are some of the pallet wood boards that I have been, collecting. And I want you to know I thoroughly checked them for nails as well as rocks before I ever started because I didn't want to mess my blades up. And so far, I haven't found any. That's a good sign. Doesn't mean I won't. But I'm going to be out here tonight. I'm going to finish. These are the legs. What you saw are the legs for 3 cooler boxes, 2 of which I'll assemble, and the third one I'm going to hold off on for the video. So I'm going to go ahead tonight. I'm going to finish planing everything down, and if I have time, I'll start gluing up on the first 2 sets of cooler box legs so that the glue can start drying. Wow. That's a lot, but I'll let you know what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and get busy working, and I'll give you guys a follow-up here in a little bit. Well, guys, I'm making some pretty good progress. I got the rest. I had about half the legs planed down. I got the rest of them planed down, and I've gone ahead and got them glued up. I'll show them to you real quick. Here they are. Basically, there's a longer side and a shorter side, and they should equal about 3 inches this way and this way once you put them together. So that's going to be a nice leg. I've got one set of 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, second set of 4, and the 4 in the back are not glued together. They're just laid out in the order that they're going to be assembled, because you've got to make sure you got a left and a right leg for the front and the back of the cooler box. So it pays to lay them out ahead of time. I'm going to leave them laid out like that until I do the video, and I will explain that in the video. But what I'm doing now is I'm learning. I am putting these two together. I'm going to make some mistakes because there are things I forgot. I am recording measurements, but I'm going to get everything ready to go, and then we'll come back. We'll have everything cut, and we'll just assemble the last one, and we'll explain all those little details. Oh, pro tip for you. Whenever you're going to glue something up, make sure you take your glue in a couple of days ahead of time. Don't leave your glue in the garage when it's going to be 35 degrees at night, because for some strange reason, glue doesn't want to spread real smooth. Well, listen, this is really all I'm going to do tonight. I just really want to check in with you guys and let you know what's going on. I'm trying to move this project forward just a little bit. And I'm happy with the progress I made. So next up, we'll start measuring cooler boxes and cutting slats for the front and the side of the main box. So that'll probably be, I may start tomorrow night if I get some time, I don't know. But I want to thank you for hanging out with me. Have a great evening, and I will see you again real soon.